plan to feature him that much?
Well, we didn't have James, we didn't have Zoo, and we didn't have Monty, and a five-deep running back core suddenly got slimmed down to two healthy guys because that was kind of a process of it. But also, I would say this time, I think Thomas and myself both wanted to see Melvin grind it out. That's one of the things he hasn't had to do, and that's something that was happy to see today. And he almost got stronger as the day went on, in my opinion. I was really excited to see him kind of handle this whole game.
Thomas has been worried about heaping too much praise on Melvin before he's ever had a carry. Are you concerned about all that? Because there's been a lot of excitement about it.
Yeah, well, he had, 8 carries. He scored a touchdown in the fall. But that's the neat thing about him is he got 4 games of game experience, and now we get to, we were able to redshirt him by NCAA rules, able to get him that. So we really have a lot of good football. I think that Monty and James wear off on him. He sees those guys compete the way that they do every day in practice and realize that you don't become good just by chance. You become good by what you do.
The attendance today from the fans?
I knew it was going to be a tough draw just because of the timing of it being at 4 o'clock after the crazy legs. Then Mother Nature didn't exactly cooperate, but I appreciate all the fans coming out there. And the School of Human Ecology obviously will benefit greatly from it as well. So there was some pressure out there. I think the kids knew that there was people in the stands and wanted to perform well.
From what you know of Stabby, do you think he believes he can be the starter?
I believe so. Both of those guys. When I told him about Danny that I was going to recruit him and he was coming on his visit, both of them said, "Coach, you got to do what you got to do, and I got to do what I got to do." Well, I'm going to train to be the starting quarterback here, and I don't think either one of them look back.
What do you think of the receivers overall? There were a lot of drops.
There were.
In the first half.
Yeah, I let one of them have it pretty good. I got after Isaac pretty good and moved him from first string down to second string, and then he caught every ball thrown his way. So to me, it's just a mental thing. I mean, it's a physical thing to catch the football, but some of those guys just hold on. I dropped the ball. No, that's a first down. That's a touchdown. Those are things that win and lose football games. And when you're not in games, you got to stress it to them as a coach, and hopefully they came away with that today. I thought they played a lot better in the second half catching the ball.
Was the way they played today pretty much what you've seen all spring?
Absolutely, up and down. Yep. And our best player out there, and I do have a certain belief that all the guys play better when you're better players out there. Abby will make all those guys better when he hops out there in the spring, and hopefully was happy to see our offense. Especially when we got down there to score, they weren't really breakaway scorers. They were guys they earned it and grinded it out. Somebody made a nice play down there. That was Chase, I think, to get in the end zone. So that's fun.
It just seems like Joey Brennan's struggling a little right now. What have you seen from him?
I think Joey's definitely had some flashes this spring that look good, and then some other phases where it doesn't look good. And I think classic example right there in 2 minutes. I was even on the field. I said, "What can't you take?" And he said, "A sack." And then the ball couldn't come out of his hand. So he's got the intelligence. He's got the ability. He's got to be able to understand. Okay, here's the play. This is where the ball goes. It's open. Throw it. If it's not, go to 2. Throw it. And just process. Is an interesting prospect just because he's so lanky. He's a very athletic specimen, and he had surgery on an ankle twice, I believe. And really at one point they told me they weren't even sure if he was going to be able to play. And he's battled back from that. I think he got a little tougher this spring, and he's had constant struggle with the back. So the thing about Chase, I thought he made some steps this spring, certain times during practice, and I'm excited because I think it is there. He's only a sophomore, so he's got a lot of good football hopefully in front of him.
Your linebacker depth this spring, but one guy you didn't talk a lot during the spring was Kiefer, but did he make more plays today?
Yeah, I would say, Jeff, I saw him flash. I know he had a run through down there, backed up. He's a guy that I've been intrigued with just because I think he's playing at an unrealistic position. We got him at a will, and he's probably more of a Mike inside, but we just want to get him on the field. So he's a very intriguing player to me because he's only a redshirt freshman. He's potentially probably got the size to get bigger or stay where he's at. So he's a coach's son. That is just one of those kids that is going to be a good football player. He kind of reminds me of a Conrad Zajewski at this point in his career.
Would you say a chance to get bigger? Are you talking move into the line?
No, or just potentially that is always there, I guess. But I'm not saying he can't play linebacker yet. He runs, he hits. He goes harder than most people go, and just has an opportunity to make more plays.